Hey guys, how's it going? My name is Jeremy. Welcome to Polyphonic Press. And before we get into the review today, I need your guys' help. I need some suggestions for albums to review because I'm sort of running out of ideas. There's not really much going on this month in terms of albums by bands that I really know. If you have any like lesser known bands or bands that I might not have heard of, please, any way you can get in touch with me, suggest any albums for me to review. That would be great. But continuing with my series of albums that I didn't get to in the past year, I'm going to be reviewing Pressure and Time by Rival Sons. Now, Rival Sons are a bluesy hard rock band based out of LA. They've been around for a couple years now. This is their second album and their first one that was actually released on a proper record label. They released an album that was self-released back in 2008. So this album starts off with a song called All Over the Road, and immediately what I think of when I hear this song is Led Zeppelin. Even Jay Buchanan's vocals sound like Robert Plant. The thing is though, this song is a little bit more upbeat than Led Zeppelin. John Bonham would always typically play behind the beat. The drums and the feel is right on the beat. And it opens the album with no pretensions. You know, what you see is what you get. They're not really trying to pretend to be something they're not. It's just straight ahead, honest rock and roll. The title track, Pressure and Time, is another bluesy rocker, and it has a really interesting riff that's really reminiscent of a Deep Purple song called Coronarius Reddick. Not necessarily that that's a bad thing, because you can they're paying homage to their influences. It also has a really great vocal performance, and it was actually the first single to be released from the album, and I can certainly understand why. It's pretty catchy. It's catchy enough to be played on the radio, but edgy enough that it's still accepted by rock fans. The song Only One has a bit more of a laid-back feel to it. It starts off with this Fender Rhodes playing this soulful groove. It's really more of a mid-tempo rock song. This song is pretty heavy on the keyboards, with the obviously the Fender Rhodes starting the song off, and the B3 organ chiming in on the chorus. You can really see the different range that this band really has. They're not just a straight-ahead rock and roll band. They're really not afraid to try something new, but they're still within the realm of like classic rock. The song really is more or less a tribute to Leon Russell, especially with the vocal performance from Jay Buchanan. It really displays his vocal range and his abilities, because like on the first song, he really sounds like Robert Plant, and obviously Leon Russell is a different singer than Robert Plant, so that to have that range is really an admirable thing. You know, one thing I've noticed about this band is they really do wear their influences on their sleeve, but there is a sense of urgency in them that's relevant now, and that's especially evident on the song Save Me, which really kind of reminds me of the song Fire by the Jimi Hendrix Experience. But it's really just a fast blues jam, and it has some really cool gospel vocals on the chorus. It's a definitely standout for me on the album, probably my favorite track. The song White Noise is a bit more of a 60s garage rock type of thing with like fuzz guitars and a bit more of a laid-back feel. I would put it more into the category of like the Greenhorns or something of that ilk. This is about as experimental as these guys get on the record. Like I said, it doesn't really step out too far out of their range, but it's nice to hear something different from these guys. The album closes with a song called Phase of Light, and one thing that stands out to me right away is the opening riff sounds very much like Keith Richards, that like Telecaster sound with the vintage amps and just the open tuning. It just sounds like a Rolling Stones song. But then it sort of takes on a life of its own, and it goes into this slower, more ballad type of thing, and still keeping with the Rolling Stones influence. It really sounds like something from Exile on Main Street or something. It's a good way to close the album with something that's a little softer, a little slower, more of a ballad. So production-wise, this album is pretty straightforward. Most of the songs I can guess are live recorded, with a couple overdubs with the keyboards and things like that. So for doing something like that, that's a quick production job, just setting up the microphones and go. It's pretty well done. So yeah, the production is pretty good. Now, it's probably no surprise that I really like this album, because this is the type of music that I would listen to in my leisure time. So this is sort of my biased opinion, but I really liked it, so I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10. High score, but it's a completely biased opinion, but I really do like it. So that's what I thought about the album. Let me know what you guys think in the comments or the video response. Don't forget to check out the Twitter, Facebook, Last.fm, and the website. All of the links are in the description. Don't forget to subscribe, that way you'll know when I post a new video. And if you'd like to suggest an album, like I said, let me know in the comments or with a private message. Guess that's about it. I'll see you guys next time. Take care.